Okay.
So here we will be seeing verification of KVL experiments, that is Kirchhoff's voltage law. According to Kirchhoff's voltage law, as we know that in a given loop in an electrical network, the algebraic sum of products of currents and resistances plus the algebraic sum of the EMFs in a closed path is equal to 0. So here we will be given with a circuit diagram. So let's take the circuit diagram which is given here. So here this is the voltage supply, this is another voltage supply, and 3 resistances are connected. The values of the resistances will be given, accordingly we have to connect. So whatever value of the resistance is given here will be given with these 3 resistances. We can check the value of the resistances using the color code, what is given here, the color code, or if you have a multimeter available, just by connecting the 2 terminals and putting this multimeter in ohm mode, this will measure the resistance. So when we connect, we will get the equivalent value of this resistance. So here we have connected 1 kilo ohm here, 1.5 kilo ohm here, and 2.2 kilo ohm here. So this is 3 resistances connected like this as given in the circuit diagram. So here it is 1 kilo ohm, 1.5 kilo ohm, and 2.2 kilo ohm. So with this we have made this connection. Now here I have to apply the voltage source, here I have to apply the voltage source, and 3 voltmeters to be connected to measure voltage across R1, voltage across R2, and voltage across R3. While connecting the voltmeters, we need to be careful about the polarity given. Here in this voltmeter, it is given this side positive, this side negative. So while connecting voltmeter, we have to be careful about it. Here positive, negative, here positive, negative. Remember one thing, if you interchange, there is no problem. But for application of KVL, you have to take care of that sign. Whatever polarity you are connecting with, you have to apply the KVL with that polarity. So according to this, this is plus minus. So if I apply KVL in this loop, it will be this E2 minus to plus, so positive E2, plus to minus, so minus V3, plus to minus again, so minus V2. So E2 minus V3 minus V2 is equal to 0. That will be the KVL in this loop. So let us see the circuit connection now. So across these 2 terminals, I have to apply one supply. One voltage source is given here. So this is coming here to positive, this is coming here to negative. So this is one voltage source connected here. And across these 2 terminals, you have to connect one more voltage source. So you have connected one more voltage source here. This is positive, so this terminal is positive. This is negative, so this terminal is negative. So 2 voltage sources are connected. Now connect this voltmeter here. So across these 2 terminals, you have to connect the voltmeter. This side is supposed to be positive. So we have taken this. These are the 2 wires that is connected to connect it for this voltmeter here. So this terminal is connected to positive side, this is to negative side. One more thing, all these meters which are given in the kit can be used as voltmeter or ammeter. So if this one is this side, then it is a voltmeter. And these 2 terminals are supposed to be connected. When I take it as ammeter, these 2 terminals are supposed to be connected. So this will be placed here and this 2 will be used as ammeter, right? So this voltmeter is connected across this. So this is our V1, and from here to here, these 2 terminals we have taken, these 2 wires. So from here to positive and from here to negative. So connection we have done. So now let's conduct the experiment. So before you start, we have to switch on. I hope you remember this is A4. So we have to switch on from the main board A4 first, and after that we'll switch on this MCB. Then we'll switch on this. This is connected here. So we'll switch on this kit. Now after turning on the kit, here also there is a switch. If it is off, then you need to switch it on. Now I have to apply the voltage. So let's apply 5 volt here and 10 volt here. So to apply 5 volt and 10 volt, we need to use these knobs. This is for this source which we have connected here. So through this I'll apply 5 volt here, and through this knob I'll apply 10 volt here. These switches are to turn on this supply, this and this. So if it is off, you need to turn it on. Now we have to measure this voltage using multimeter. We'll connect it to DC voltage. So this is VDC. So keeping this to VDC, I have to measure this voltage. So I'll place it here. Then varying this knob, I have to give here 5 volt. So here I have given 5 volt here, right? Then the other side, this side, by applying voltage using this knob, I'll give here 10 volt. So here we have given 10 volt, right? So after applying the voltage, now let's check whether KVL is satisfied. So here we have here this voltage which I have applied as 5 volt. This voltage drop plus this voltage drop should be equal to this voltage. So this is 5 volt. V1 plus V3 should be equal to 5. So V1 is which one? V1 is this voltmeter, and V3 is this voltmeter. This is V3. So this plus this, minus 0.4 plus 5.6, that gives me 5.2, which is almost equal to 5 volt. So we can say KVL is satisfied in this loop. Now if I check in this loop, here we have applied 10 volt. So 10 volt should be equal to this voltage plus this voltage, V2 plus V3. So this is V2 and this is V3. If I add this two, what do we get? 5.6 plus 4.4, so we get it as 10 volt. We have applied 10 volt, so KVL is satisfied. So this is verification of KVL. For a given circuit, we have applied a voltage and we have checked that KVL is verified. Thank you. Now before you switch off in the main circuit, you can switch off here and then switch off A4. So now let's see the verification of Kirchhoff's current law. So this is the circuit diagram. We know according to KCL, the currents meeting at a junction, if we take the summation of all the incoming currents, that will be equal to the summation of all the outgoing currents. So here this I is incoming, this I1 and I2, if they are outgoing, then I is equal to I1 plus I2. So we need to verify this. So let's make this circuit first. So what we have a supply, then that goes to a resistance, then here there is an ammeter, here one more ammeter, resistance, like that. So what we have to check here is the polarity of the ammeter. Whatever direction of current that we are considering here, if we are considering this direction of current from A to B, then we will take this is positive, this is negative. Here we are taking I to this side, that is outward with respect to this junction. So this is plus, this is minus. I1 also outward from the junction. So this side is plus, this side is minus. So remember this polarity while making the circuit connection. So now coming to the circuit diagram, coming to the circuit connection. So here we will apply the voltage. So from here we have connected the voltage. Here there is a resistance. This, in between these two terminals, you have to connect the ammeter. This terminal is supposed to be connected to positive of ammeter. All these meters can be used as ammeter when this is connected this side, and these two are the terminals for connection. This is positive, this is negative, right? So from positive I am taking it here. This is the junction point where we have connected the negative side of this first ammeter. Now for the second ammeter, in this branch, this is supposed to be positive, this is supposed to be negative, because we are considering it as outward. So here this is supposed to be positive, so this is the connection, this goes to positive terminal and the negative terminal comes here, and after that there is the resistance. For the third ammeter, this goes to again to the positive terminal. This is the one, the third ammeter. From the same junction point it goes to the positive terminal, and from negative terminal it comes here, and after that there is a resistance, and then this two should be shorted. See here in the circuit, these two ammeters you have connected. After this ammeter there is a resistance, after this ammeter there is a resistance, and the other terminal of this resistance and the other terminal of this resistance, that should be shorted. So this shorting is done here. This is the other terminal of resistance, these two. So now this is shorted, and that goes back to supply, which is internally it's connected. This is connected. Now connection is completed. Now let's apply the voltage to check whether KCL is matching. So similar way, we will switch on this MCB, we will switch on this. Now we will apply some voltage here. So let's apply 5 volt again. So multimeter is to be set for DC voltage similar to KVL. So now we will check this voltage, we will adjust using this knob to 5 volt. You can see here in the multimeter, that the voltage is 5 volt. So we have applied 5 volt. Now let's see whether KCL is satisfied. So this is I1, this is I. According to the circuit diagram, we know summation of incoming current is equal to summation of outgoing current. This is the only incoming current, and these two are the outgoing currents. This is 2.6, this is 1.6, this is 1. So 2.6 is equal to 1.6 plus 1. So KCL is verified. You can perform the same experiment with another, with different readings. This is 5 volt is applied. You can apply some 10 volt, 15 volt and check whether it's satisfied or not. Now you can do the theoretical calculation and verify the data, whatever you have measured in experimental values, whatever you have for KCL as well as KVL. You can use theoretical calculations and find out all the branch currents in case of KCL and all the voltages across each branch that you have measured in KVL. Using theoretical calculation, you can check whether values are matching. Thank you.